Hey y'all, welcome back. This is going to be the final video of the backyard pond build. As you all can probably see, we do have a couple bags floating here. We went ahead and got some of the fish. Not gonna lie to y'all, we may or may not have forgotten to bring the camera. So we didn't really get much footage of picking up the fish. However, my girlfriend was smarter than I was, and she was able to pull her phone out at the very last minute and sort of get a couple of videos of the woman at the pet store helping us bag some of these fish. Before we get started, you guys may be able to tell behind me is a little bit different in that we're lacking two plants for either side here. The bromeliads that I had here that were going in each corner, I forgot that they are primarily shade plants and they're not really supposed to be out in the sun, especially down here in South Florida where it does get very hot. The sun can be very harsh. So instead I took them back and we replaced them with some plants that were still very tropical but can withstand the full force of the Florida heat. We have a bird of paradise here with some very nice orange flowers already on top, as you can see, and this is just going to get even bigger. So I like this because I thought it would fill up this corner much nicer. And then down here, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I do not know what the name of this plant is, but it looked very nice. The leaves are very tough. The main stock of the plant itself is very tough, and I thought it looked nice, you know, sort of ground coverage. We moved this plant that was over here onto this side. These guys are still here, and then our big Majesty palm. So with all of that out of the way, we are going to get some fish in the pond, and we're going to wrap up this build. Y'all stay tuned. All right, so it is finally time. Y'all are also going to get some really cool underwater footage. We got a GoPro down there, so hopefully if all things go according to plan, you'll be able to see. So up first, we got a couple of just your average Mbuna cichlids. We got some really nice oranges in there, some blues, some duller blues. Then we have some like brown and yellow, black and yellow. I got those because my girlfriend is a Steelers fan, so is her family, so I figured, you know, make the girlfriend happy, make the girlfriend's family happy, why not? And we'll throw in some Steeler colored fish, make a name them for themselves. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pour these guys right on into here, just like this. Just like that. You guys can see them all in there. Really, really nice looking fish. Here we go. Into the pond for the very first time. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. They're gonna swim around, start to establish different territories, start going in some different hides, sort of scope the place out, see what's going on. It's awesome. Love it. So we're gonna get that bag out of here. Up next, we're going to go ahead and do, which one is this? This is going to be the albino. This is another type of Mbuna, but you can tell that it is obviously different from all the rest. It's got that very, very bright white, almost like a blue or a turquoise or a lavender color. On its scales, it may be kind of hard to see on camera, but it's also got those red eyes. And as these guys get bigger, they will maintain that white color. And the red in their eyes may stay red. It may also go pink. It's just a matter of finding out, but this guy's really cool. It is an African cichlid, an Mbuna, but I believe at the store they called it something much different. It's like a scode fish or something like that, I believe. Yep, there he goes into the net. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Just take a look at that guy. How pretty that fish is. We're gonna get him right into the pond, and there he goes. Right on in there. And he's gonna start cruising around with all of his buddies. You can kind of see him over here. We'll get this plant out of the way. You can see them already schooling together, sort of darting around, checking everything out. And as they get bigger, you guys will be able to see them much more clearly. The whole reason why I got the juveniles over the big ones is one, price. The price is going to be very, very different. However, I also wanted to be able to grow with these fish, let them get familiar with me. We're going through a hurricane apparently, currently. But I wanted them to get used to me. I wanted to grow with them. As weird as that sounds, I wanted to watch them grow, I guess is a better way to say that. And just be able to have the satisfaction of saying that I raised them up to be the chunky fish that they are in the future. So I'm really excited. We're gonna move on to some of the next ones. All right, and up next we have this gorgeous, this is a strawberry peacock cichlid. So it is still in the same family as your typical African cichlids. However, the overall physical featuristics of this fish are very different. You can obviously tell the colors are much more vibrant, and his body style, his body shape is also very different. I love these cichlids to death. They look very, very cool. We actually have a couple of the cichlids in the pond already coming up to the top to see what's going on. But I love these guys to death. These guys are super, super cool, very bright colored. And then as they get bigger, they will still maintain these bright colors. They're just gonna be even bigger. So those colors are just gonna stand out even more. Just take a look at that guy. How gorgeous is that fish? So we're gonna get him in the pond immediately. There you go, sweetheart. And these cichlids, even though they are different names and different species, they all still will get together. They'll get along together, they'll school together, they will nip at each other, but that is just what these cichlids are. So with some of you at home that may keep aquariums, you've probably heard that understocking your aquarium is better. It keeps the bio load lower, and it also prevents overcrowding and aggression and stuff like that. With cichlids, it's actually the opposite. You actually want to have basically an overcrowded population of them, because if you have too few, then one cichlid may be able to pick out one from the rest and start targeting it, and it'll start to bite it and chase it, keep it away from food, keep it away from shelter, and then the fish can become stressed or even killed by another fish. So by stocking a whole bunch of them, you're taking some of that aggression that one fish may have towards the rest, and you're dispersing it. That one fish is going to become so discombobulated with what's going on around them that they're going to completely forget to even target another fish. So you may see them like dart and weave and chase each other. It'll last a second to 2 seconds, and then they're perfectly fine. So we're going to keep going on. We have 2 bags left. Up next in this bag, if I am not mistaken. Yep. This is a very, very beautiful fish. So this is, again, an Mbuna. It has a very similar color to the peacock cichlid that you just saw. This is a firecracker Mbuna, and it is a gorgeous fish, like I was saying. Fortunately, not in the best lighting right now, but you can tell it's got that sun-kissed coloration. Its eyes are that bright yellow with the red pupil. Super, super cool fish. We're gonna go ahead, get it in the pond. You guys can really get a sense for that color. Very, very cool fish. We're gonna go ahead and get that one in here immediately as well. Now we do have one more bag. However, we're gonna leave this bag floating for a little bit. We're gonna let them get temperature acclimated for just a little bit longer, since they were put in the tank way later than all the other ones that you guys just saw. So what we're gonna do in the meantime, while we wait for that, is I know when I started this video, I was going to tell all of you how much this entire build was gonna cost me in case you all decided to do something like this at your home. So I've been gathering the price and the amount of every single item that you see here, from the plants to the bin to the rocks, the waterfall, the logs, everything. I have everything counted up. I'm gonna break it up into 2 categories. We're gonna do a basic, which is gonna be just what you will need if you wanna do something like this, and then a fancy one, which is gonna be everything that you see here. So we're gonna get to that right now. So I have all the prices here. So up first, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna list off every single thing that I have here, the price with it, and then I'm gonna give you the breakdown, how I broke up the 2 categories, what entails as far as what's included in each category, and then I'll give you the final price. So for the pond itself, I got it for $84 at Tractor Supply Co. Typically it's on, it was on sale for $84. However, typically the regular price is going to be $95. The wood for the frame that you see here was $94. The hose that is running to the back of this waterfall filter and is connecting to the pump down here is $19. Or I'm sorry, the pump is the one actually sitting in there. I'm all discombobulated. I'm just very excited. The pump that is inside there that's going to be sucking in all the water, all the debris and stuff, that was $19. The hose, which is connecting the two, is $20. The waterfall spillway here itself is $23. The feather rock here and the Maple Creek stone that's inside that we used to make the cave and some of the other stones I scattered around, that is this one right here. All of those together, it was 30 pounds of rock, and we got it for $25, so not too bad. The barrel here was $14. A bag of sand, the whole bag of sand that you guys saw me pick up of the play sand, was $5. The pebbles, the river pebbles, were $6. The filter pads that are inside the waterfall spillway were $15, and the plants, all of the plants that you see around me here, were $128. So, fancy everything that you see here, the total cost is going to come to $444. So that is going to be the cost if you guys wanted to do something like this. Plants, wood, pond, all the filtration. I didn't include the fish in that total price because at the end of the day, the amount of money that I spent on the fish here were fish that I wanted to stock this pond with. You at home, if you decide to do this, you may decide to stock your pond with something completely different. You may decide to go with goldfish or koi, or you may decide to do fish that you just find in the wild here. So it's entirely up to you, so I did not include the fish in this. However, if you did not want to be as fancy as you see here, you know, with the wood and the plants and the spillway and everything like that, for just the pond, the pump, the hose, the waterfall, and the filter pads, you are going to need $172. So it is a very drastic difference, but again, I wanted quality. I think that how it turned out looks incredible. I could not be happier with the entire build, and I cannot thank my girlfriend enough for filming this process. Her father, again, Greg, for helping me build this frame. My editor, Zach Warnitsky, for putting all these videos together. I cannot thank you all enough, and I can't thank you all the viewers enough for checking this out. I've had this as a plan for so long. I've wanted to do a pond, and I've also wanted to start a YouTube channel, so I figured why not, you know, kill two birds with one stone. So thank you all so much for watching these videos and for liking and subscribing and commenting. Now that we have this whole build out of the way, now I can just go and do other big projects and videos, whatever you guys want to see me do. So after this, we'll get to some other stuff that should hopefully come out speedier. I know a lot of videos for this build have kind of taken a little bit of time. It's just a matter of finding everybody's schedules when they align. But nevertheless, I'm rambling. Thank you all so much for watching this video. It truly, truly means the world to me, and I appreciate all of you very much. So, I think I've rambled enough. The fish are cruising around here. I keep looking over here. I'm baffled by these fish and the way that they look. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this last bag in, and then we're going to roll some cinematic footage for you. And here it is. This is the last bag for the backyard pond build, the last couple of fish. And we have, you all can see here, some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous fish. I saw these the other day when I was scouting out some pet stores and trying to find fish that I wanted, and these two specifically caught my eye first. And then this little guy here, this yellow lab, he is a type of African cichlid. However, he just has a specific name. He is a yellow lab. These two over here are peacock cichlids. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they kind of look like koi fish that you can see. The other peacock cichlid that we put in there, the strawberry one, you can kind of tell that these guys have similar colorations, but I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So we are gonna get them in the pond. We are not gonna wait any longer. I'm sorry for hitting the camera. All right, guys. I know, you don't want to get out, but you have to. Look at those. Those are some absolutely gorgeous fish. You can even see some blue on the cheeks here, and in the scales, absolutely gorgeous. And that yellow is very, very vibrant. So we're gonna get them in the pond. There they go. And that is it. That is the backyard pond, fully stocked and 100% complete.